with me. I'd like you to imagine that these are people you care a lot about. Maybe your mom or your husband or your son. You can't see if they're smiling. You can't even see their faces. It's just all a big blur. But right now on our First Coast, this is how thousands of people see things. Just like this. Or worse, like this. Dan went blind just a year ago.
It's like asking how you feel if a tornado comes through your house, you know.
You can't do anything about it and you feel terrible.
Right.
He can't see his friends or this anymore. His favorite game. And listen to this lady.
When's the last time that you played a game?
About 10 years.
10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Because these bowling pins, for instance, no way she can see them.
What do you see right now?
I don't see anything, I hear you.
You hear me and you don't see me.
Close to
Tell me when you can see my eyes.
No.
Now you can see. I need to be that close to see you.
But now this story gets happy. It's a new game table the disabled can play too. Jim Stafford invented this in his garage in Arlington. A blind person can feel the holes to line up. You can play 26 different games on this table, and anybody can play, from children in wheelchairs to adult paraplegics. Now, I want to tell you more about this game table. The Florida School for the Deaf and Blind and other groups are endorsing the game table. And in just a minute, I'm going to give you a number for more information. Now to Ken Amaro. Ken?
Jeannie, good news. Anyone with severe...
Back up close here. This card right here is for the blind. You see right here, those little dots, those are in Braille. Now, I got this from SCCJ's iLab, and this card right here is for people who are losing their sight. You can see how big the 8 is. These are great. They help a lot. But for people who are blind and people in wheelchairs, anybody disabled, playing games and having fun can be tough. Tonight, though, something brand new in Jacksonville. And to understand what a big deal this really is, I'd like you to meet a lady named Sue Metcalf.
Well, I feel stupid, you know.
Stupid at the bowling alley because people stare at her.
And it's like, what is that crazy girl doing?
Sue actually gets down on her hands and knees and crawls so she can feel where to start the ball. Sue only can see shadows.
No, I couldn't tell you where your nose is.
Tell me where my head stops?
Well, I can tell you it's messed up somewhere up here.
Up here, okay. Well, you've got a good sense of humor about this, though. Yes. But when you're bowling, how does it feel to be on your hands and knees trying to find the alley?
Well, I feel like I'm embarrassed, but it's the only way I can do it.
And typically, she gets a gutter ball. But now, watch this.
Whoa, how about that?
Sue is, for the first time, really getting to bowl.
It sounds like I got a lot of pins.
This new game table is for anyone, but if you're blind or in a wheelchair, you can play too. This ramp means no heavy ball to lift. Jim Stanford invented all this. He is legally blind himself.
How many hours did you spend developing this?
Quite a few.
Now, Dan is blind, and he's learning strategy, feeling for certain holes to line up the attack. Oh, almost. Now, the table converts to 25 other games for children, too.
Okay. How's this working? Somebody can't even see down there.
Well, this is a game that's going on regularly.
Now, we first told you about this game table last night in Life Watch, and since then, a lot of you are calling Jim, the inventor. So let me give you his number again, 642-3556. He can tell you how to get the table. It costs $1,100. Or, here's something else. For the disabled, Jim will bring the table to a school or to a party for a couple of hours for free. And I'll try to repeat this number for you in just a bit.
Good idea.
Yeah, it's a neat idea, isn't it? Well, capture the fun times without spending a lot of money.
Ken Amaro is on.
Tonight, Eyewitness News Health Beat reporter Nancy Rubin tells us about one man's invention that is helping knock down some of the barriers of aging.
This is no ordinary bowling alley. This is a retirement home. But the way the residents jostle for a turn and angle for their shots, you'd think it was bowling for dollars. What did you do before you had this? There wasn't really any game to play, huh?
No. But I enjoyed this, so I'll play anything. Did you have fun?
Do you think it's fun too?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, what's fun about it?
When I can beat him.
The game table that's causing such a stir at River Garden is the brainchild of this man. Jim Stanford of Jacksonville is legally blind. As a boy, he became a bowling champ, using only the floor approach markers on the lane to guide him. It inspired Stanford to help others with physical handicaps.
I was somewhat restricted growing up, so I understand that a lot of the mainstream kind of overlooks people that are disabled.
Stanford's table is now patented. It allows even paraplegics to compete in more than 28 different games, among them bowling and shuffleboard. River Garden's $1,200 table was paid for by a group of local Prudential employees who saw how excited residents got over the table during a demonstration.
It's outstanding to see them get back into competition and see them wake up with anticipation and get in line to play the game. That's tough to beat.
All right, so I just let go of it, huh?
Look at this.
Stanford's table, its specially shaped ramp, make it an even playing field for everyone. Able-bodied folks don't have any edge, as I quickly found out challenging Ethel to a match. Directors of the retirement home say residents love the competition, and competition is good for them.
It makes them feel like they have control over their life, which here at River Garden is one of our goals, that people live as independently as possible. Although they require skilled nursing care, they are able to come in and enjoy a full life, making decisions every day on how they want to spend their time.
Jim Stanford says his game table for the disabled is selling well these days, but his biggest joy is not financial. It's simply watching his handiwork being put to such good use. Nancy Rubin, Channel 4 Eyewitness News.
Burt Reynolds points the finger of blame.
Mike Appel and